morning, POWIIS. Today is the International Day, well, actually it wasn't today. 29th of April was the International Day of Dance, but today POWIIS is going to celebrate that. Why are we celebrating dance? Anybody? Why do we celebrate dance? No idea. An amazing form of human expression. I grew up learning dance. I took ballet lessons and cried for many years because my ballet teacher was quite mean and she would use a cane on us. But it was so wonderful once you get to do all the really difficult things. And so today we are going to bring in somebody who has taken that experience. He was a dancer before, and he has converted it into his profession. But today his profession is not as a dancer, but as a dance photographer, human photographer. He is internationally known right now, and I'm really proud to introduce to you Mr. Joey Koo, who will then talk to you about how he became a great photographer. I know a lot of you like photography. Maybe this is something that you might want to consider for your future. Please give it up for Mr. Joey Koo.
Wow. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Hi, my name is Joey, and I was born in and raised in Penang. I'm local. Okay, so today sorry. Hi, can you hear me? Hello? Okay. So today I would like to share my story, how I become a professional photographer shooting portrait humans, and of course dance portraits as well. Okay? Right. So, about me. Alright, my dream actually, I didn't want to be a photographer. I wanted to be a professional dancer. My passion was dance, and yeah, afterwards photography. So, why? It's because of this gentleman. Have you seen this photo? Have you seen him? Never? I don't think so, right? Maybe the teachers? Yeah, Mikhail Baryshnikov. He was my inspiration into dance when I was very young, like in primary school. Then one day I watched a video and I saw Mikhail dancing in the video. The lines, the energy, the power, look at the lines. Yeah. And I was fascinated by this body, this kind of line, this kind of energy. And I told myself, I wanted to be him, right? So, but in Penang, yeah, in Malaysia, in Penang, there was very less opportunity for me to actually pursue this dance career or dance training. And when I was in primary school, and that was my first, I had this experience. Actually, in the school, there was an announcement and telling the school dance society wanted new dancers for the society. And that time, I was very happy. I wanted to join the dance society. So they called all the students who wanted to join the dance society to go to the library for a gathering to attend the audition, right? So I was so excited, then I went to the audition. But unfortunately, there were about 40 students over there, and I was the only boy. During the audition, I was the only boy. The rest, girls. And the teacher, when she saw me, she said, "You were the only boy, and I don't know what should I do with you. So I'm sorry that we couldn't accept you to be in the dance society." That was my first experience trying to dance, right? I was so, yeah, I was so disappointed, right? So after that, I went into secondary school, and that was the time I really started dancing. And the school actually hired a dance coach, a very good dance coach, Miss Look, and she was a dancer, a professional dancer in Hong Kong. And she came back to Malaysia and came back to Penang, and she teaches in schools. So she was my first dance coach. And I was very excited to learn dance from her. And the very first day of her training, the experience still very vivid in my mind. Why? Prior to dance, I was very active in cycling, swimming. Yeah. So when I started my first dance class, and after the class, my dance coach, she asked me, are you in sports? And when she asked me this question, I was like very excited. Maybe she saw something special in me that can enhance my dance with my sports, my cycling, with my swimming. Yeah. So yes, I do dance and I do cycling and I do swimming. And you know what's the coach response? Because why I know you do a lot of sports? Because you dance like this. My shoulder, she said my shoulder was so tense. Yeah, and I danced like a gorilla. And that was her first comment towards me. Yeah, of course, I felt hurt. Yeah, I felt hurt. But that didn't stop me to start dance. Yeah. What I did, I quit cycling, I quit my swimming. Then I just concentrate on my dance. Right? Wow. So I follow her from my secondary school. Then after I graduated, and I joined her dance company, an amateur dance company in Penang. Then every weekend, yeah, during the school time, every weekend, I would travel, because last time I was staying in Butterworth. You guys know where Butterworth is? It's actually, yeah, overseas. You have to travel with bus and take a ferry and come to Penang, take a bus and go to the dance school, right? Every weekend I did that, every weekend. And I danced until late, rehearsal until late, yeah? And sometimes I missed the last bus going back. So I took the ferry and reached Butterworth, then I missed the last bus, then I walked home for 1 hour. I took 1 hour from the jetty back home, 1 hour. But that didn't stop me to pursue my dance dream, yeah? Right, so I was determined to become a dancer. I wanted to study dance, to pursue my dance career, and to join international dance company, and to tour around the world, yeah? That was my dream, right? But, you know, in Malaysia, in Penang, Chinese, yeah? I came from a very traditional, conventional Chinese family, and I was the eldest son, yeah, in the family. So when I told my parents that, Dad, Mom, I want to be a dancer, you can imagine their reaction, yeah, 20 years back, 30 years back. You can imagine their reaction. What is dance? What is dance? Can you put food on the table by dance? And yeah, I don't have that determination to go against my parents, yeah. And during that time, you know, IT, information technology, is kind of blooming. So in my parents' eyes, IT is the way to go, yeah. You have to study IT, study computers. Yeah, honestly, I also do computers, yeah. My dad bought a computer for me. I do computer assembly, and I would take out all the hardware and put it back, and also do programming a little bit, yeah. But most of the time, I'm playing computer games out of my dance time, yeah. Computer games, yeah. And my parents, they don't really know that, so they thought I'm really into computer. And dance, nah, don't think about it. Pursue your IT, yeah, study IT. So they put me into IT college, right? And I study IT, and I graduated in IT, and I worked in the IT industry for years, 7, 8 years, yeah, doing data automation from a small company to hospital system, yeah. During this period, I'm in a corporate world, right? But I still do my dance. And also I picked up photography. I shoot dances, I shoot portraits, right? These are to ease my corporate life, the hectic corporate life, to release my stress. That's my way, yeah? So after 7-8 years in the IT industry, seeing all my peers, my seniors, right? Telling me about this IT, the career, what's the future of this IT, all these stories, throwing at me, right? And I looked at them, and I asked myself, do I want to be like them for the next 10 years, 20 years? Is that what I want? Yeah. And I know that's not what I want. I don't want to become an IT people for the rest of my life. I still love dance, and I still love photography. But I was nearly 30. In order for me to continue dance, to be a professional dancer, it's actually impossible because I've already way beyond the prime age as a dancer, right? So what's my next option? Photography, right? So my first photography gig is actually from a friend, all right? Okay, actually these are my dance photos during my early years, just because Miss D wanted me to show you all, I actually danced before, so that's why I show all these photos, yeah? Yeah, okay? And yeah, it was like many years back. Oh, okay. This was the line that my IT lecturer told us for the very first day. Once IT, forever IT. Yeah. If you step into IT, there's no way for you to get out of IT. That's what she told me. But yeah, not actually I break this curse or whatsoever, yeah? Yeah, this was me as well. So, when I started my photography career, it's actually my friend. During that time, wedding photography is actually is blooming, yeah? So like most of the photographers, we started photography as work starting with wedding, right? During that time, I don't have my own cameras. So my friend, he borrowed me a camera and to be his assistant. Then I started to shoot for him as an assistant, shooting weddings, right? And from there, I started do freelance and bought my own cameras, and I was in the wedding business for 2-3 years. Yeah. Other than the actual day, I also shoot pre-wedding wedding photos, and I've been traveled to different countries for this wedding assignment. Yeah. Taiwan, Hong Kong, Singapore, Australia. Yeah. The business was good, yeah. And yeah, I've been engaged by a lot of couples to do wedding photos. Then after 2-3 years, I asked myself again, do you want to shoot wedding for the rest of your life? Why? Because to me, wedding, it's very repetitive. If you shoot wedding days, you have to wake up very early in the morning. Yeah, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and to start to follow the whole wedding ceremony, and until night, until dinners. And even for pre-wedding, yeah, I had the chance to travel to different countries, to shoot in different countries with a lot of nice photos. But to me, still wedding. The creativity is actually not what I wanted, yeah? They're always couple. Although different couples, but still wedding. Then, I know, I don't want to do wedding for the rest of my life. Yeah. And fortunately, I had this chance it's like an opportunity for me to go into the fashion world. So I started to shoot for commercial work, for fashion work, for magazines. I shoot magazine covers. Yeah. And from now on, this is what I really wanted to do. I shoot a lot of celebrities, fashion models, and the creativity becomes this is really the thing, the portrait that I wanted to do with different art directors, makeup artists, and hairstylists. I have more options. I learned more from this, and I shoot very different portraits for fashion. Yeah. Okay. But most of the time, I shoot all this very outstanding, very a lot of wow factors portraits. Still, I'm working with a team, yeah? And most of the time, these are not my ideas. And I like to create things. I want to create images that belongs to me. Yeah, I want to create something that can tell my own story. Right? Okay, so this was the first personal project I did. You know, during my wedding photography career, I like to capture the moment. Yeah, I like to capture the very natural expression of people. They're laughing, that very emotional moments. Most of the time, when they laugh, and I capture those images, when I click, the laugh really touches me. I want to share all these images to the people that I shoot. Yeah, wow, this is really beautiful. But unfortunately, when I show them these photos, the response were not so encouraging. Why? Because most of the people, they say, ah, yeah, so ugly. Why you see my face, my mouth, and my teeth, my gum? And they thought this image is ugly. I don't know, what do you think? Do you think it's ugly or beautiful? What do you think? If you've seen your face, yeah, laughing like that, can you accept this kind of image? Can you?
Yes.
No? Yes? No? Right, I know, different people got different reactions, but that doesn't discourage me of doing this project. So I started this project, like I call it the Laughing Project, right? So I spent about 2 weeks plus and walking on the street and talk to random people. Yeah, say I have this project, I have this image in mind, I want to show you laugh on the street, yeah. And I was able to capture for more than about 100 plus laughing faces. And I did my first solo photography exhibition in Penang. And I projected about 40 of them in a hall with all these laughing faces. And to me, I want to tell people that this kind of faces, they're actually very beautiful, they're very impactful, they're meaningful. It's not about ugly, it's not about the wrinkles, it's not about the teeth or the gums, yeah? It's about projecting the positive energy, right? And of course, and this set of series were later purchased by the Ministry of Tourism Malaysia. Yeah, they love this idea so much, and they bought it, yeah? Okay, then also I do a lot of stage photography, yeah, concerts, right? I'm not sure that you know all this. I mean, this singer, very famous, from Hong Kong. And of course, today is Day of Dance. I want to talk about dance, right? I do a lot of art festival photo shoot. Yeah, I shoot a lot of dance. Why? Because physically, I cannot dance anymore. Yeah. But I still very passionate in dance. I still want to dance with my mind, with my cameras. So I work with a lot of different dancers to create dance portrait images. These are actually stage performances. So as a photographer, you don't have this control over the stage performance, yeah? You just shoot whatever happening on the stage. You cannot just ask it to stop and redo. There's no such thing, yeah, in stage performance. So I shoot a lot of international dance performances, right? So you see, dancers is all about line, all about the pinpoint. When and how you want to capture the precise, most beautiful moment for dancers, right? The jump, you see the lines of power, yeah. I couldn't do that anymore, yeah. But I can still capture this kind of pictures, right? So I was being invited to, yeah, China, Beijing, to shoot International Contemporary Dance Festival, right? So dance is not just about ballet. You have contemporary dance, we have different kind of dances, hip hop, traditional dance, all kind of dances. I shoot different kind of dances, not just ballet, yeah, not just contemporary dance. And I work a lot in dance portraits. So I work with different dancers, choreographers from all around the world to create dance images. Yeah. So, dance photography is actually, dance portrait is my passion. I wanted to show people that dancers, they can tell story with their body, with their emotions, yeah, through the pictures. It's not just about moving on stage, throwing your hands or legs around, yeah. It's not just about technique, dance technique. You can have very good technique, very powerful lines, very good jump, but if you don't have story in your body to tell the story through your bodies, and to me, the dance will not work. Yeah. So dancing is not just about the body. It's about emotions. It's about story. So I've been doing different dance portraits in different locations, outdoor, indoor. And one thing I like about working with dancers is compared to my, the fashion work, the commercial work, all those models, dancers, they are very different in a way that they are very flexible, not in terms of body flexible, and they are very daring. They're willing to try things that I tell them. Yeah, I wanted to dance in different locations, some place where actually very dirty. The dancers are willing to go dirty with me. That's how should I put it, yeah? You see, all this mud, all these locations, and see, all these kind of locations. If you ask fashion models to go into this kind of locations, 90% of them, they don't want to. They just want to be pretty in front of the camera. Nice makeup, nice hair, and nice costume. But dancers, no. They're very willing to experiment with me and to go dirty with me, yeah? And like this Jassy, her name is Jassy, and after the shoot, her pair of very expensive point shoes actually ruined because of the mud covered the whole point shoes, and that pair of point shoes cannot use anymore, have to throw it away, yeah? That's how dancers are dedicated into doing their work, right? So indoor, it was very recent. We did a shoot in a bookstore, and also in Shibuya. This was in Tokyo. This image actually wanted to do a long time ago because I always like to have a very still dancer and people moving around the dancers. But in Penang, in Malaysia, during that time I couldn't find a place that I can actually create this image, but I was able to do it in Tokyo, in Shibuya. Yep. And also, I like to challenge my dancers, my collaborators. I call them collaborators because when I'm doing dance portraits, I'm not the one who always give the instructions to tell what you need to do, what you have to do. No, I always discuss with my dancers, what do we want to do? And it's like a two-way communications, yeah. And of course, I always like to challenge them to dance in different locations in a very tight space, yeah. When you say dance, right? Dance, most people say, I need a big space for them to jump and leap all over the places, right? But what if you're in a very tight space, like in a small apartment? What can you do in a small apartment? Yeah. So this image was created based on that idea. If I put you into a very tight location, what can you do instead of jumping around? Still jumping, but in a very tight space. Yep. Okay. Right. Okay. So these are the images that have been created all throughout this year. This was a project we call the Cultural Diplomacy, and this was my third or fourth exhibition, working together with Ministry of Tourism as well, to show the different different multicultural Malaysia with different art forms, different dance performances, and also different performing arts form, and to put them into different locations of Malaysia, right? Okay, I think 20 minutes is quite fast. So what I'm saying is, you need to know what you want to do and pursue that. Of course, if you want to be a doctor, engineer, a lawyer, it's up to you. It's good for you if that's where your passion is. But if it's not, find your passions. Like myself, I like to shoot portraits in dance. So I'll be continuing doing this, hopefully for the rest of my life. Yeah, and to create more impactful and meaningful images and to share to people around me and maybe around the world, right? So that's about my sharing today, and I hope will give you a bit of inspiration of what you're going to do for your future. Okay, thank you very much.
I am inspired. I hope you have been too. We are very sorry to have run over time slightly. 10E, would you please stay back in the auditorium, and you will get a special workshop. After that, period 2 is 12C, and period 3 is 10C, art students. So you all will get a very special workshop here in the auditorium. The rest of you, sorry, we don't have time for giving workshops to everyone in the school, but maybe next year we will see him again. Can we please give it up for Mr. Joey Koo once more?